back to Rock It Right. We're so glad you could join us. You know, during COVID, that long pandemic where we couldn't get together, we couldn't have very much fun, we found a lot of creative ways to do things. We were ready to get back together and have some fun at events. And so one of the events that we absolutely loved that kicked off the whole social season in Baton Rouge, it was the biggest event. It was the Flower Fest, and our friends Katie Guitro and Amy Dighton with Clover Creative put that on. And at that event, they had a big flower wall. They had a place where you could take photos, and there was like a little neon sign that says "You're like so pretty." It was wonderful. These two ladies are the ones that created that have opened a business to kick up events another notch. So I want to introduce you to Dianna Raffray and Danielle Whatley, who started their business in 2020, and it has really taken off, not just with greenery, but with flower walls and glitter walls. So tell us how you came up with this and how your business is just like exploded, because we love to see businesses owned by young women explode.
Thank you. Yeah, so it all starts from wanting more. You know, it all starts from maybe you're not happy with your day job and you're like, what can I do that's going to make me smile when I come home? You know,
I think we've all had those thoughts maybe once.
That's truly where it came from. And I was in a career that I didn't like, and Danielle was looking for more of a creative outlet. And so we were like, first of all, we live very close to each other, and we started hanging out more and more, and we said, what can we do? Like, what can we do that's so cool, that's so different, that Baton Rouge doesn't have? And we brainstormed. We did everything, and there were so many ideas. We're like, that wouldn't work. We finally, the theme that kept coming up was parties. And when we have a party, what do we want our guests to feel like? What do we want the hostess to feel like? We want to throw a party, and we want you to like our party. And we think that anybody that opens you up into your house or a bridal shower or your wedding, you want your guests to have a good time. So that's kind of the direction we were going. And originally, it was a tea party business, and that's kind of where we were both debutantes back in the day, and we're like, let's be debutantes and sell tea. And we were like, anybody can throw a tea party, you know? So we researched, and online we kept seeing these things pop up in Dallas, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, and they're always the first to have something. Yes. And we're like, why can't we be that? And why can't we bring that to Baton Rouge? And that's kind of when it clicked. And I ran it by Danielle, and she said, that is it.
Yeah.
You knew it when you saw it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like she was saying, we really want any guest that comes to our house to leave and be like, oh my gosh, like, did you see that wall? Or, you know, everybody wants a selfie opportunity, a photo opportunity to, you know, commemorate the experience and the memories. So we were like, okay, well, let's just make every event special. Let's have every person have the opportunity. No one's going to have a flower wall just in their house or this beautiful backdrop for their guests, but we can offer that to them.
Yeah, I really love what you did, and we actually have some photos of some of your work. And I mean, I love the ones where pregnant ladies are there with the bubbles on the glitter walls and on the green walls. I love the different ways you've done it. And then it looks like you also, and I think we're trying to get those photos up, I think you can make it so creative with a sign or a name or a, you know, so many different ways you can customize it.
Yeah, so that's what we want them to feel special when they're standing in front of that wall, you know. And if it says something like "better together" or "you're like really pretty," or
like their baby's name,
name.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And so now, do you make these specifically for each individual party? So it's unique, or do they have? Or when people are planning it, you know which types of styles you have, and so they decide and pick and choose.
Yeah, so we have an inventory of, I think, over 12 walls now.
12 and some on the way.
Yeah, and some on the way. Okay. So they've, you know, we have variety
one of your
from
walls.
Yeah, that's one of our newest one. It's a wooden wall. So really, I feel like they're sort of like a palette that can be customized, and you can have whatever you want. Like that's a basic wall, but if you can add a sign to it, balloons, everything, but they're also gorgeous on their own.
Yes.
And that was for a baby shower too.
They really are gorgeous. So, so it's funny how you call that basic. I wouldn't call that basic. But this one with the balloons and the shimmer walls. So you call them glitter walls?
We call them shimmer walls.
Shimmer walls.
And
But they do glitter.
Yes. And they are mesmerizing in the wind. They're very, you can kind of get lost in them. It's an ADD dream. And when the wind blows.
I like this one, oh baby.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. When the wind blows, it moves, and so it's kind of interactive, and it catches everyone's eye. Everyone's like, what
it's
is
almost
that?
alive at events, so it pops.
It's fluid then.
Yeah.
Like water maybe?
Exactly.
Yes.
Like our silver one is almost like a mirror. So we the first time we put it outside, it just reflected all of the greenery around. So you can put it in your space, and if you have a bunch of colors, it just reflects them all. So it's super customizable like that.
So have you found that some people like to do a greenery wall or maybe a flower wall, and then somewhere else in another space do the glitter wall?
Yeah, so
The shimmer wall?
the shimmer
Ooh,
wall.
I like that one.
That's
right
our
now.
goal.
Like
Yeah,
seeing
that
lots
one.
of shimmering. Girls
yeah.
like shimmer.
And then-
Absolutely. That
right.
was- yeah.
So
Y'all's favorite color is glitter too?
yes.
we love the glitter. We love it. But little kids like to have birthday parties. That was actually for a 5-year-old birthday party, and those kids just love it. They like to stand in front of it. It's almost like a stage, and they are tedious to make and work with, but it's so worth the satisfaction that we see with the kids, with the moms, with everyone taking a picture in front of it. It's just so worth it.
So if we call up and say, hey, we'd like to have this wall or that wall, do you come and just install the whole thing a couple of hours before the event and then take it down? Is it very labor intensive?
I mean, there's labor involved, but we are really good about coordinating with our clients to make sure that we fit the best schedule of, coming in and getting out and everything like that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not a ton, but they are freestanding walls, so they're not going to go directly on your wall, but they can be placed anywhere in your home, outside, depending on the weather.
Depending on the weather, not a windy
You have
day
to
thing.
store these walls.
Yes, yes, and ever-growing inventory means more space that's taken out. So.
Yes. So right now we're home based, and we've both taken over our storage space. We're not our husband's biggest fans in that aspect.
I was going to say, you took over his man room, right?
We did,
Yeah.
We totally
Those
pushed
workshops
everything
are gone
aside.
now.
Yeah. So, but we're growing and we're very busy, and so we're eventually going to move into where we're going to have a warehouse.
So you were featured just last week in 225 magazine, and when we spoke, you said the phone's been ringing.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, yes. We were, so what happened was we launched March 7th. We had a party in New Orleans on Bourbon Street at the Bourbon House.
Oh, what a great way to launch.
We launched,
Yeah. It was great.
And then we were really excited. And then, COVID happened and it totally shut us down. So it totally changed everything. So we said, how can we pivot? How can we move? Well, let's just wait until, people are getting out and about more. And then in August, we had it, and we were like, let's just do drive-by stuff. Everyone's doing drive-by stuff. Let's just put a wall up in our driveway and do a birthday party or, a baby shower. And we kind of learned slowly through August and December of last year and worked out all the kinks and figured out exactly how long it takes to put up something, exactly how long it takes to break it down, when to follow up with the client, when to get on the same page, because that's everything. That's what we want to be known for. We want to be known for being a debutante, a hostess that thinks of everything, that makes you feel comfortable about working with us so that you can just focus on your party.
Exactly.
And impressing your guests. So, we were kind of, we both work full time, and we were doing this on the side. And then in December, we kind of okay, we did Soji, we did the installation in Soji. We were
Yes.
like, let's just take a break. Well, in January, we were like, man, no one's calling. Well, then February, March, April, we've been working every single weekend. I mean, multiple jobs
Yeah.
every weekend. And then 225 happened, and we're like, okay. Yeah. Now.
But it's a good okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
100%
Yeah.
okay.
We love it.
Something that you've been working.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
it's see the fruits of our labor at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the name, the Modern Debutante, is really a cute name. And then you have Instagram, you have Facebook, and all of that for people to see. But we really want to see these young ladies be very successful in what they're doing. We're looking forward to hiring them to put up a wall for us for an anniversary celebration, our 6th anniversary of the show. The date is yet to be determined. We are making all the details together, and we want to invite everyone to come to that. But we really are so excited that your business is launched. Kind of an odd time to start it, but that it's really taking off, and we want to help. Just enjoy watching you succeed. We want to really help you do that. So really go to their website, themoderndebutante.com.
The modern
Modern Deb.
Gotta shorten it up for people.
That's
Make it
right.
simple.
And it's on the screen, but we're also going to share it on our Facebook. And thank you so much for coming. You really have just done a beautiful job launching, and we look forward to continuing to follow you.
Thank you
so much for having
Thank
us.
y'all.
I really appreciate it.
And we'll be right back talking with Holly Culpepper about fitness and how you can have the best year ever. We'll be right back with Rocket Right. I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. K Solar. So hang tight, stay tuned. We'll be right back.